label I'm listening to a lot.
So tell us about your latest remix.
I have quite a few remixes out at the moment. So I have the Jacob Gurisvich Elevation in Minor, which is one of the most Balearic things I've done, really. It has Spanish guitar in it, so it actually is quite Balearic. But he's a beautiful guitarist, and I was really happy because I wanted a middle 8 section with the key change, which wasn't in the original, and he went and did it for me. And I had a live percussionist as well, so that was really nice. I have another one coming out on the 8th of September, a remix I did for Izo Fitzroy. She's an amazing singer-songwriter with a proper gospel-y voice, real soulful voice, and I just remixed one of her songs, and she re-sang it for me actually because we wanted to do more of a gospel house kind of feel, and it was too down-tempo, the original, to just, recycle it. To kind of pitch it differently.
Is there anyone you'd like to work with?
Well,
maybe you haven't had the chance.
Joe Goddard and I keep talking about working together, so hopefully we will. I did a remix for Hard Feelings, the project he does with Amy Douglas, and he and I keep seeing each other at festivals. In fact, I think he's at this festival. I don't know if he's here today. We keep bumping into each other. Yes, we got to get a studio date. But I have another remix coming out on Defected as well, for the Shapeshifters, and I have another one coming out on Heavenly for David Holmes. So there's quite a few over the next few months. Yeah.
So tell us about the London Loft.
Yeah, the London Loft is so exciting. It's, basically we started 20 years ago with David Mancuso. We bought our own sound system with him. He helped us buy the sound system. It's such an amazing party. We called it Lucky Cloud because just to give it its own identity as well, but everyone refers to it as the Loft. And now we decided to go into two directions. So David wanted, I guess what's the best word, he wanted me to kind of do the music and the sound for the Loft. He said he would only get involved if I was part of it. So I'm the one who's kind of shepherding the Loft here in London. And then there's going to be a distinct group called Lucky Cloud Sound System where the other people in the collective can DJ,
Yeah. Does that take sort of pressure off you? Because obviously the Loft, or the London Loft, has been your baby.
Well, it's not just my baby. It is a group of people. I would say I have a leadership role that David bestowed upon me because he said he wouldn't do it without me. So it's kind of like I have to, it's a legacy that we want to keep going here in the UK.
Your new home is?
I can't say, but it's in Camden. But yeah, we're really excited about the new home.
So, Balearic Breakfast, you've had a few compilations out too now.
Two.
Is there any more on the horizon?
Yes, Heavenly have licensed 2 more. So I have 2 more compilations coming out, volumes 3 and 4. I'm looking at to start compiling that. And the whole idea with that is to really look for things that aren't readily available on vinyl or have never been on vinyl before. So for instance, a lot of the artists that put their own music out on Bandcamp, it's expensive to press records. So I'll look for tracks that I really like by independent artists on independent labels that haven't put it out on vinyl.
So for people who don't know what Balearic is,
can you tell me what it is? Yeah.
Balearic,
and I think Balearic is different for everyone, and I think that's the joy of it, because I obviously didn't grow up in the Balearic Islands, and I wasn't there in the 1980s. It was more of like a feeling, and it came out of a radio show that I started called Summer Staycation, which was during the pandemic. And Giles had gone away. It was on Worldwide FM. And a few of us filled in for his morning shows, and I filled in for the Tuesday show, so I called it Summer Staycation. So many people were not going anywhere. I didn't go anywhere. We didn't go anywhere. And some people did go away, but most people didn't. And so I felt like, let's have a radio show that takes us out of the walls of our own home. So we called it Summer Staycation. But then August ended, September came around, and Giles said, keep the show, keep the slot. But I couldn't call it Summer Staycation anymore. So I but because it was a morning show, because the whole idea was about having, and it's still in the midst of the pandemic, this is 2020, it's still, I still wanted that kind of holiday feel, that we're getting beyond the walls. And I put it out to the listeners. And that was actually a friend of mine, Lee, who said, how about Balearic Breakfast? I was like, that sounds really good. And it's because it's so open-ended is why I like it. And I think that's really important, because when you have labels on music, it can just really dictate, it can be confining and limiting.